This is a Sports Catastrophe production.
Hey there, Heather Holders. Jeff Cutastrophe welcome you to another Sports Catastrophe on the State. And we start a brand new month of things. And our first October Sports Catastrophe of 2024 happened on October 1st, 1975, as Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier fought for the third time in their epic trilogy. This was in Cubio in Quezon City in the Philippines, in Metro Manila, known as the Thrilla in Manila. And it was huge. Now, the contest name was derived from Ali's rumming boast that the fight would be a killer and a thrilla and a chilla when I get that gorilla in Manila. Of course, you can't really say that of a gorilla because, that is a racially charged remark. Regardless of that, it was a huge one. Some sources say there were 1 billion people watching this fight, many millions on closed-circuit feeder TV, and about 500,000 pay-per-view buys on HBO. So, Ali and Frazier fought in 3 fights. This was known as the Fight of the Century. The first one was March 8, 1971, MSG. Frazier was undefeated. He was the champion, mostly because Ali got his title stripped for refusing to go into the U.S. Army. I don't know if it was some kind of ploy. They wanted him to have active fighting, or even there were rumors that maybe he was in for like a ceremonial job or something. But regardless of that, Ali took on Frazier. Frazier won by unanimous decision over Ali and even floored him. It was actually a fast-paced bout. They actually fought the second time in 1974. Neither of them were champions and all that. Frazier actually got KO'd by George Foreman in the second round, while Frazier had been knocked down 6 times by Foreman before they finally stopped the bout. And Ali had 2 split decisions against Ken Norton. And they even scuffled in an ABC studio alongside Harco Cell. There were controversial aspects to this fight. Ali struck Frazier with a hard right hand which backed him up. And Tony Perez, the referee, said that, that was the end of the round, but there was 25 seconds left. And he gave Frazier time to regain his bearings. And Perez did not contain Ali's tactic of illegally pulling down his opponent's neck in the clinches, which Ali smothered Frazier with. So there was a lot to be had. Anyway, the tail of the tape was that Muhammad Ali, the greatest from Louisville, Kentucky, got $9 million for his fight. He was 48-2 pre-fight with 34 KOs and 33 years, 8 months. 6'3", 224 at the time of his bout. And the heavyweight champion after taking down George Foreman in Zaire. Joe Frazier was Smokin' Joe Frazier from Beaufort, South Carolina. $5 million in his bank account. 32-2 with 27 KOs pre-fight. 31 years old. 5'11 and a half, 215. So anyway, the president of the Philippines, the much maligned president, sooner to be known as Fernando Marcos, sought to help the bout in Metro Manila and bring the Philippines much love from around the world. Ali verbally abused Frazier in the lead up to the Manila fight, and he chanted the gorilla in Manila while punching a gorilla doll. So it worked that Ali basically verbally abused Frazier and trying to get him off his game and all that. So anyway, Ali's preparations were not good when he actually had his mistress, Veronica Portia, and introduced her as his wife to Ferdinand and Imelda Marcos. His wife was angry. She saw and on TV back in the States and flew to Manila, engaging her husband in a prolonged shouting match. He deserved it, though. Fraser's trainer actually made the decision that the throngs of people and the tension in the hot city of Manila were a poor environment to prepare it. So he went to the mountainous outskirts. So anyway, the cornerman was actually concerned about preventing Ali from repeating his tactic of holding Fraser behind the neck to create extended clinches and all of that. So anyway, there's a lot of things and all of that. Sensing trouble, Fuge actually moved to block Zach Clayton, who was the referee of the Ali performance, to not be the referee for the match of Manila. Anyway, he used the Philadelphia mayor's help, and the mayor refused to let Clayton out of his duties as a Philadelphia civil service employee to go referee the fight. So, anyway, they wanted a Filipino boxing official to referee the bout. But Carlos Padilla Jr. was the man to be the appointed and all that. So anyway, Fraser's strategy followed the boxing axiom of if you kill the body, the head will die. So anyway, Ali Camp used the championship of his love for negotiations won on 2 key points. The ring size of 21 feet square allowed them the ability to move and circle the room if he chose. And he's got his preference for 8-ounce gloves, which is smaller and less padded. According to Ali's ring doctor, Freddie Pacheco, Ali planned to take advantage of Fraser's reputation as a slow starter and use his superior reach and hand speed to attack Fraser exclusively with punches to the head in the early rounds. So anyway, it was actually at 10 a.m. local time in Manila that the fight happened because they had to accommodate an international viewing audience. So it served the business interest, but it was detrimental to the fighters and all of that. And of course, the Coliseum was aluminum roof and all that. Aluminum in the heat. Huge. Anyway, the ring temperature was 49 Celsius, including heat from TV lights. Ali said he lost 5 pounds due to dehydration. Anyway, Ali was up early and all that. It was huge and all that. Ali actually continued to attack Fraser verbally, mostly in the 3rd round, when he said, "A 1, a 2, and a 3. Jack be nimble, Jack be quick, Jack jump over the candlestick. Is that all you can give? Come on, you ugly gorilla, hit me." Ali was trying to use Fraser stuff on him and all that. Ali was really in an aggressive mode and all that. By the 5th round, Memphis Ali's self-defense had actually worsened. In the 6th round, Fraser landed a thundersock hook that thudded against Ali's face. All of that. Ali fortunately remained standing and finished the round without being knocked down. All of that. Anyway, Fraser started picking up speed and all that. In the 9th round, Ali went back to his corner and said, "Man, this is the closest I've ever been to dying." In the opposite corner, Fraser said he had pronounced swelling in both the face and hampering his vision. So, anyway, Frazier, after the 11th round, said that he had to use his right hand because he could not see some of the punches he was being hit with. His corner gave him poor advice. He turned his fighter to stand more upright while approaching Ali, and Ali seized upon this. Anything. Unfortunately, though, Frazier would also have problems because his corner had an inability to maintain a functional ice bag to apply to his eye past the middle rounds because of the oppressive heat. He couldn't see much after the 13th round and all of that. And after round 14, the cornerman stopped the fight rather than risk a similar fate for Frazier in the 15th. Frazier protests, saying, "I want him, boss." He said, well, Frazier wanted to do it, but Froch says, "It's all over. No one will forget what you did here today," and signaled to end the bout. Ali actually said that he wanted his cornerman to cut his gloves off at the end of the 14th round. He basically told his biographer, "Frazier quit just before I did. I didn't think I could fight anymore." Ali actually was ahead on everyone's scorecards anyhow, so he would have won as is. It would be named the Fight of the Year in 1975, and the 12th round would be the 12th round of the year. So yeah, on the other card, there were a couple of all Filipino battles. Larry Holmes would TKO Rodney Bobic, too. CTV would actually broadcast this in Canada, but how CTV actually broadcast this? That's kind of weird. Well, anyway, the legacy was that there was the first multi-level commercial shopping mall in the Philippines was named after Ali. It was named the Ali Mall and all that. A lot of legacy of this fight was the pioneering use of communication technology. HBO became the first TV network in history to deliver a continuous signal via satellite by broadcasting the Thrilla Manilla. It linked satellites with turned cable television from a retransmitter to a program provider. Anyway, Kay Koplotz, the woman who oversaw this broadcasting for the match for HBO, went on to create the MSG the MSG Sports Network that turned into USA Network in 1977. So anyway, it was huge and all that. There was a documentary on HBO in 2008, but it was met with mixed reviews saying that it was practically biased towards Frazier and all that. But, I mean, come on. Ali won the fight, so how can you distance that? So, Ali and Frazier finally finished their trilogy, and it was a very good trilogy, don't you think? Anyhow, I'm Jeff Diamond, I do.